This is a second attempt of solving our donut problem that I tried at the end of algebra class today, and I realized there's a little simpler way of doing it. So we've got our donut, and let's say the inner radius is, we don't know what that is, but the thickness of the donut is about 3. So again, our general strategy is that we're going to find the area of the larger circle, and we're going to subtract it from the smaller circle, and that's going to be our outer area, which I think was 66. So if we don't know what the inner side is, but we know that the thickness is 3, what do? Well, the area of the bigger circle is x plus 3, so the radius there. But anyways, let's just think about this. It's pi times r squared. I'm just going to use r to represent like the bigger radius, and then we're going to subtract the smaller circle from it, so that'll be pi of the smaller radius there, and that's going to equal 66. So before we even plug things in, let's look at this. They both have pi. That's what they have in common, so you can almost factor that out. So we can take out a pi, and then we have r squared minus little r squared equals 66. Now remember, we said for pi, sometimes we use 3.14, but this time we're going to use 22/7. So again, there's that, and we can still use r squared minus r squared. Just have a general formula there. Again, how can we undo times by a fraction here? We can actually divide by that or multiply by its reciprocal. So we multiply by the reciprocal over here, multiply by the reciprocal over here, and then we end up, that cancels out, so you end up with big R squared minus little r squared, and that was, if you read my handwriting, 66 divided by 22 is just 3, and then 3 times 7 is just 21. So there we go. So I feel like that's an easier way. Now we have the simple equation, simpler. Now we can plug it in. So our big R is x plus 3, so it's just going to be x plus 3 squared minus the little r, which is just x. So there we go. So that's a way I thought would be a little easier to solve this problem. Again, you can factor, so you go let's use words here. X plus 3 times x plus 3 minus x squared equals 21. So you do the FOIL method, x squared, and then you got 3x and 3x, which is 6x, and then you've got 3 times 3, which is 9, minus x squared equals 21. So if you look at these two, the x squared minus x squared, those are going to cancel each other out. And then what's left is just 6x plus 9 equals 21. You subtract 9 from both sides, so you get 6x equals 12. And then 6 times what is 12? Well, that's just 2. So there you go. So I know in class we made a little confusion, but that's how we get the x equals 2. And then you can plug it back in to realize that this is actually 2. So the smaller radius is actually 2, and the bigger radius is actually 5. Boom. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you all Monday.